How's it going? Welcome back to the Daily Grind. It has definitely been a minute since we put one of these together. Been super busy. Anyway, let's turn around, check out what we got going on today. Nice little easy job with some big fat fluffy carpet. Okay, so we got basically a little, let me get over here. You can see the whole shape of the room because it is a little bit of an odd shaped room here. There you go. You can see what's going on there. So it's a big master bedroom. Joining tile right here. So carpet's up, carpet's up, furniture's out. Obviously we got to scrape up staples. Got a couple pieces of tack strip we're gonna have to replace. Outside of that, we are good to go. We are dealing with a nice fat fluffy carpet, so the tack strip that is down is good enough to leave and run with. I will, however, run around the edges with my staple gun and staple everything down so I can get a proper stretch. But anyway, nice little easy job today. And I tell you what, man, I have been I've just been happy lately. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So I always said my quality and love for the trade was not money driven. My goodness, since I got I raised up my prices. March 1st, they took an effect. Just been so much happier, you know what I'm saying? About work. I feel a whole lot better about work now, and I honestly, I can't believe the difference it has made in how I feel about work again. It's crazy. I honestly never would have thought it would have had that big of an effect on me. I'm really shocked that it has affected me this way. Nonetheless, here I am, loving it. Just loving my job. Always did love it, but it sure reignited a love, we'll say that. And just the dedication. I thought it would seem that, oh, we're not making much money. We need to work hard and try to get as much done to make as much money. It was almost the opposite effect. When I wasn't making a whole lot of money, I wasn't honestly wanting to work them long, hard days to make money. I was actually wanting to be off between 3 and 5 is when I set my goals for that. Now that I'm making more money, like I said, it's just reignited that spark. And here I am on the go again, just going. But it's worth it now. It was always worth it because it's super satisfying. But boy, it sure feels good to be compensated for your hard work. Oh, check this out. I'm going to be doing a video on this soon. I've got me a whole mess of these. I've got a stack to the ceiling, and then I've got another stack about halfway up. Really liking those. I will be doing a video on those coming soon. All right, so again, we're working with a big fat fluffy carpet, and a lot of people will say, oh, no issues at all. I mean, big fat fuzzy carpet, it's gonna be a piece of cake to seam up. Technically, what a big fat fuzzy piece of carpet seam up means is there's a whole lot more fibers to hide the seam, but also there's a whole lot more fibers to destroy the seam. So just because you got a whole bunch of big fat carpet fibers and stuff like that does not mean that you can just slop it together, because you still, again, there's going to be a whole lot more fibers. You see that? That is going to be able to get down in that glue. So you definitely got to take precaution not to get all those fibers down in there. Plus, let me show you something right down here. Let me see here. So I'm gonna do this. Hey, Luke. Let me get you to use my camera real fast. Just shine right here for me for a second. Sorry, was you eating?
Yeah, that's fine. I was eating out there so I can.
So looky here. See, this looks like it's okay. This looks like, that's not a bad little seam there. See that? That actually don't look too bad. But let me pull this apart and show you, okay? So come right in here close so you can see this. Come right in here close. Looky here. See, when you dig down to that, through all the fibers and stuff like that, look at what a gap we got there, okay? That'll be good for quite some time. Eventually, that's going to start to dip right there. You see there ain't no fibers in that. I mean, see the gap in that? Right there, bring your little lens right up over that hole there. There you go. So you see how much of a hole there is in that? Again, just because it's a fat carpet and you say, ta-ta, that don't look bad at all, you still got to be precise about those backings and also about getting the fibers down in the net. What I do, I will take this right here, little row finder. Watch this, come right up here so you can see what I'm doing. I want to come down pretty close to getting their loop. And I'll take my row finder on these fat pieces of carpet and I will just take and go like this. And that's going to pull them big fat fibers out of there, just like so. Run that right down to where it stops. That way I know it's together, and pick up. And that's going to fluff all of those fibers standing up out of the adhesive. Now, watch this when I pull it apart. Come in kind of close now. Well, as I pull it apart, you'll see that all of them are standing up. See that? Except for where they're stuck to one another right there because they started joining, but all of them are up out of the adhesive now. So that's just a little tip on how to deal with fat carpet. Use this thing right here, your little row finder, whatever you're using, slide it through the gap, pick up on it. All them fibers get pulled right out, smash it down. No fibers in the glue, and also don't forget about that backing. Okay. And something else on any, well, I can't say any, but most of these speckled carpets like this, tweed, I think is actually the technical term for it, tweed carpet, almost always have a pattern to it. They won't say that. Nobody will say, yeah, this is a patterned carpet, but it is, in fact, a patterned carpet. So if you look at the edge of them, all those have different colored yarns on those, on that edge. Every bit of it is. Now, look at this edge over here. Zero colored. They're all white. So, what does that tell you? This is, in fact, a pattern carpet. The pattern is a one-row pattern. Dark, light, might actually be a 3-row pattern. I didn't count the rows, but it's usually a row with colored yarns and then a row with white yarns. So therefore, if you cut it just anywhere, you get 2 whites together, 2 white runs together, or if you get 2 colored rows together, it's going to be ugly. Your seam will stand out like a sore thumb, I guarantee it. Okay, so with this weird little shaped room, I got about 3 foot, maybe 4 foot right there on that wall right there. So what I did, I tied off all the way. You can see here, probably about 6 foot right there on that, maybe a little bit more. Anyway, I went from this wall all the way over here, got it tied off there with one stretch. Then I broke my stretchers down and I went at an angle from this wall to that wall and worked to the corner that way. Now I'm fixing to tie every bit of this stuff off and stretch from here. I'm going to work this corner. I'm going to work that corner, little angle that direction. Then I'll come back and stretch. Let me get over here so you can see everything. So again, I'm going to put my tailpiece right here, stretch up to this corner at an angle to that corner over there, okay? Then once I get that wall done, I will bring my stretcher over right here, finish everything up working at an angle this direction, because all this will be tied off. Then I'll finish tying that off, turn my stretchers back around, finish stretching up this way here, working my way this direction. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes today's daily grind. What a lovely, lovely job. This is some really nice carpet. Super plush, super thick. Oh, you seen how thick it was, but anyway, it just feels good. Feels good and thick. Not necessarily dense, but nice and thick. Nice feeling carpet. Beautiful job right there. Latex in the gully right there, and also latex in the gully right over here. That be it. Turned out really nice. Okay, and as always, we really appreciate you guys tuning into these daily grind videos. I know there hasn't been a ton of them here lately, but Lord willing, we're going to get back on it. Just went through a super busy place right there. And making sure all these doors are locked and all that good stuff. Went through a super busy time right there as soon as right after March 1st when I got my price increase. But we are getting starting to settle down a little bit. Where in the world's that light at? Anyway, should be able to get start getting more stuff coming your way on a regular basis again. So that's going to be the plan. And I'm also I've got a lot of things I'm thinking about doing. You guys seen I had my office. I was moving my office out of my house into another building and stuff like that. I've got that complete now. Okay, so since I got my office complete and stuff like that, I'm actually considering starting a second YouTube channel and just having no long content on it, all short stuff, maybe just little tips and tricks, not necessarily like shorts. Most of them will probably be shorts, but a lot of them I'm thinking maybe a minute and a half or something like that. I don't know, just little tips here and there. Like, I don't even know, I can't even say. Like, I've already got a handful of them made up and stuff like that, so I can get ahead of myself on it whenever I start to do it. So I'll have a stock of videos already made for it, and I can just fall right in routine, and hopefully I'll be able to stay ahead of myself to where I'll be able to stay consistent and steady all the time. Even if I was to go out of town or something like that, I'll have me a stock of short content to just schedule and have it come out and stuff like that. Anyways, that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. Lord willing, everything will go good, and we'll be able to get that kicked off really soon. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Daily Grind. Until tomorrow, FBSB's out.